over 800 of them. They are very prestigious and they can do you and your business a lot of good. But this year, His Majesty the King and Queen Camilla, alongside the Prince and Princess of Wales, have to make some big decisions regarding how they're going to move forward with the legacy left behind of our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. Listen, thank you, by the way, for your lovely comments regarding our recent video on Fred Astaire's sort of ill-fated TV series, I suppose you might call it. It's fascinating, isn't it? You know, because a lot of people do know about how stars moved into things, but there are things that are lost that people didn't realise or didn't know happened. I didn't until Mickey Rooney pointed that out to me. You know, we all know things like 4-star television that came up with so many wonderful westerns and programmes and stuff like that. And somebody wrote recently about Ida Lupino. What a terrific actress, beautiful woman, and very clever lady as well. Groundbreaker in Hollywood. And, you know, so, you know, there are lots of people that did good with their star power once they broke away from the studio system. Fascinating. A little bit like our late Queen. She was brilliant at managing so many things, including 800 warrants, royal warrants. Now, in case you're not sure, it's something like this. And basically, you know, when you buy things in the shop over here and you see that on the side of, say, something like a jar of jam or tea or biscuits or something like that, this has been given a royal warrant simply because they have been presented to the royal court for tasting. And then if Her Majesty the Queen or Prince Philip, or as he then was Prince Charles, would have liked them, they decided they'd like them. So they are provided to the royal household as, you know, treats, as it were, you know, and then in return, they get to use the royal warrant. This has been going on since medieval times, long time. Now, the Queen had 800 royal warrants on various products, from everything, you know, from handbags to candles to you name it, you know, whatever you can think, there was a royal warrant attached. Now, of course, because of the change of the monarchy, a year and a bit now down the line, there has to be a radical change as to whether these particular companies will still receive a royal warrant, or indeed will they be stripped of them, and will King Charles say, for instance, like a particular different kind of tea. Also, for the very first time, the Prince and Princess of Wales will be able to offer their own royal warrants. Can you imagine if Prince Louis was in charge of that? It'd be worrying, wouldn't he? You know, what would he be picking out, you know? Just kind of wonder, don't you? But on a serious note, you know, Catherine herself obviously will be able to pick out certain things, as will His Royal Highness Prince William. So it literally is all change. And a lot of these businesses are waiting to see, as I say, whether they can continue trading. Now, would it affect trade if the royal warrant's removed? On a very big international brand, I would say yes, you know, particularly somewhere like Fortnum and Mason's, as we mentioned the other day. You know, big stores like that would definitely feel the pinch with the removal of the royal brand. And I'm not suggesting for one moment that the royal warrant will be taken away, but that just gives you some idea. However, in this more modernistic world, will His Majesty the King be looking at a little bit more, shall we say, eco-friendly products and things that perhaps, you know, the late Queen never was aware of, or indeed could be brand new startups in the last few months? Who knows? So for those asking, that is the big dramatic royal change looming later this year, when, of course, the royal warrant list will be finally reissued with who gets what, and why, and when. I'm very interested in this, just to see what William and Catherine will pick out as their very first royal warrants and how long they'll last. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.